Hi, I'm Samantha Siebold, and welcome to the special legislative report from NIADA. NIADA was the host of a special event on October 17th, as the Speaker of the U.S. House of Representatives, Paul Ryan, came to Fort Worth, Texas to meet with association members and other used vehicle industry leaders in an exclusive business roundtable discussion. The roundtable drew more than 50 attendees, including some of the largest used car operations in the country, as well as allied industry partners and association leadership. The unique face-to-face meeting between the Speaker of the House and NIADA provided an opportunity for auto dealers to pose questions and to hear directly from Ryan about important congressional initiatives such as tax reform, health care, relief from burdensome regulations, and other issues directly affecting the used motor vehicle industry. Here's NIADA CEO Steve Jordan with more about the significance of this historic event.
Thank you, Sam. And I'm here with Sean Peterson, the Senior Vice President of Legal and Government Affairs for NIADA. And we're excited to talk about our recent business roundtable discussion with Speaker Paul Ryan, because this was really a great first opportunity for us to engage the Speaker in a meaningful dialogue about issues that our dealers and members are facing every single day. So issues like tax reform and the CFPB, overburdening regulations, the arbitration rule. We even talked about healthcare and some of those other considerations. And Sean, even though we talked a lot about a bunch of different issues, it did seem like a big part of that conversation centered around tax reform and specifically the interest rate deduction for small businesses.
One of the big things that we told the Speaker in our conversation with him was that whatever the tax reform proposal looked like, small business dealers needed to be able to continue to deduct 100% of their interest expenses. That's a huge line item on any finance statement for our members. The Speaker heard our concern, and he actually gave us a little bit of a hint that they were considering an exemption for small businesses. And in fact, the recent legislative language that just came out had that exemption in there. For businesses that have annual gross receipts of $25 million or less, they can continue to deduct 100% of those interest expenses.
We know that tax reform is a big opportunity, not only for Congress right now, but for our small businesses and for you as our members. So we know we're very early in the legislative process right now with the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. Sean, they're going to be marking that bill up this week. What do we need to know about that process as we're getting started?
So when a bill goes to the House Ways and Means Committee, like the tax reform bill that Steve mentioned, they will hear points of view from all of the members of that committee, and then they'll conduct a vote to send that to the House floor. The President and the Speaker have both indicated that they'd like to see the House pass tax reform legislation by Thanksgiving to send it on to the Senate with hopefully Senate action by the end of the year.
The roundtable opened up with remarks from Representative Roger Williams of Texas, an auto dealer who was recently named NIADA's Legislator of the Year. Williams reminded attendees of the importance of working together with Speaker Ryan and other House leaders to tackle major issues such as tax reform. Attendees then were able to discuss those issues in detail with Ryan in an informal and interactive format. Among the dealers in attendance were Michael Thomason and Mark Jones of MCMC Auto, one of the Dallas-Fort Worth area's largest buy here, pay here dealerships.
Well, I think there certainly was a lot of energy and excitement in the room that day. It was a real testament to, in the last 5 years, how far the NIADA has come. 5 years ago, they really didn't have any kind of presence in Washington or any name recognition, and less than 5 years later, we have the Speaker of the House there. So we're real excited to get a chance to discuss our issues with him.
My impression was that Paul Ryan had a pretty good handle on our industry, and he understood our industry for the most part. Well, I think that the trickle-down effect of having a Speaker of the House come and visit you and what that means when other people in Washington, D.C. see that he did that, I think that raises the awareness of the association. I think that it can be nothing but good for the association that we got involved at that level. That's a big step. I think it's just very powerful in what we're trying to accomplish.
The Speaker's Roundtable was the latest step forward in NIADA's legislative advocacy for independent dealers in the used vehicle industry. The association's efforts and influence in Washington, D.C. will only continue to increase as we work to make your voice heard. I'm Samantha Siebold, and thank you for watching this NIADA Special Legislative Report.